So I now want to move on to the additional lines. There are two additional lines that I use. Some people may have added more lines, but the two ones that I use are: there is no fear, there is courage, and there is no foolishness, there is wisdom. So as I said at the earlier, there is no emotion, there is peace is very sort of overreaching. These are more specialized. They deal with more specific aspects of emotions. So they are worthy of at least note. I mean, there are many courageous acts that you could do. If we begin with what is actually, I believe, the 5th line. I think the there is no fear, there is courage comes in after there is no chaos, there is harmony. But there are many courageous acts that we can do in life. We could save a friend's life, or you could face your own worst nightmare and phobia. But even though those are very obvious acts of courage, I mean, there are the other less well advertised aspects. Oh. No. I apologise. A message came up on my screen. There are very less well advertised acts of courage, such as owning up to a lie that you felt guilty about, or even doing something that you feel you should do, even when others say you shouldn't. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe owning up, for example, to that lie is actually a good thing, even though people might think it unwise to do so. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're right. So those acts of courage are probably the most important. I mean, yeah, you'll save a friend's life. Yeah, you'll do something, completely amazing and fantastic. I think of firefighters, for example. Very brave, very honourable people. They do very great acts of courage, but I think it's the small acts. It's the ones that aren't noticed that are almost more important. They're the ones that define you as a person, that make you who you are, and ultimately can lead to the larger acts of courage. But I just think that as a Jedi we should always not disregard the small things, the little things that sometimes get overlooked. I mean, yeah, it's great to be famous. It's great to be well known, for people to know your name, to praise you for whatever good deeds that you've done. Of course, don't get me wrong, but the important thing is that behind the scenes, when no one's looking, you are the right person. That what you appear on the outside, you maintain on the inside. That you have a great deal of integrity.